And we're back. Welcome to all my Bad Teddy Bear Strikers out there. Welcome to Bad Teddy Bear Striker series where we rationalize MMA striking while we try to find ways to increase our probability of landing our techniques. So what we're going to be doing in this welcome video today is not exactly a technical breakdown. That will be the focus on the next and future videos. However, today we're going to be focusing on the premise and rules of which future technical breakdowns will be conducted by. Because without these rules, the probability of success drops tremendously and you're going to look like you're shadow boxing in a real fight. So we want to avoid that, shall we? All right, let's get into it. So, rule number one, get into the correct range. I hate to say it, people, but it doesn't matter how technically sound and fast you are. If you're incapable of getting into the correct range, you are effectively useless. And if you can't get into the desired range, all the upcoming rules can be thrown into the trash because they too become essentially useless as well and unnecessarily risky, as shown and demonstrated into the given example of how easily that can happen. By being out of range, you are simply giving your opponent too much response time to counter you, and in the context of MMA, that would either be via takedown or strikes. And by being out of range, you also are reducing your ability to recover and your time to recover as well. Okay, guys, rule number two, set a precedent. This one is the holy grail of everything when it comes to striking, okay? What I mean by this is that you want to create a focus point by feeding your opponent a technique on which your technical advancements and decision making during the fight will be adjusted on. Okay, personally, I like to choose the closest weapon to my opponent, like the lead leg or the jab, because they're less risky, like my partner Edu here will show us in a second. Now, the technique you choose to create that precedence with is not intended to land, but instead just to create a focus point or reaction so that we can actually start playing the game and building on that, okay? Rule number three, anticipation. There is nothing faster than timing except anticipation. Because if you know what your opponent is going to do next, besides actually winning the fight, that's one of the best feelings you can have. Okay, there are 4 things you're going to need in order to increase your chances of anticipation. All right, and I'm going to put these into order of importance. Number 1, distance, because distance equals time. The more distance you have, the more time you'll have to react. And number 2, creating a restrictive control, which means that you are restricting your opponent from attack or defense options. Number 3, information overload, which means that you are providing your opponent with so much information that instead of them actually trying to fight you, they would be taking pictures instead. Number 4, trained eyes. Okay, you need a trained eye to be able to easily identify angles and movement. You need a certain level of control when it comes to anticipation. Okay, you need control. Rule number 4, position, which goes hand in hand with anticipation, because if you can anticipate what your opponent is going to do next and place yourself into the correct position in order to respond, you are going to have a higher probability of success. All right. Rule number 5, timing. Assuming that you have all the above rules in place and applied, these are the 5 rules that differentiates a great striker out of a good one. Knowing when to pull the trigger when everything else is set up is crucial. With great timing, you can make your opponent feel like some form of a sorcery was used in the fight because they would have no clue of what happened. And we're going into rule number 6, which is technique. Techniques are tools and ways of doing things, picking the right tools and applying them in the most efficient way. You see, I didn't say right or wrong way to apply them, but instead the most efficient way to apply them. Meaning that when a technique takes less energy, puts you in the least danger, and having a high level of success, that means it's being applied the most efficient way. Okay, so usually the cleaner the technique is applied, the better. And last but not least, rule number 7, which is speed. Assuming that you're applying all of those above mentioned rules correctly, adding speed to it while being efficient can be very deadly and very difficult to deal with, guys. Okay, so once you got all the other rules played down correctly, add speed to that and you will be deadly. All right, so there we have it. Thank you guys for being here. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Subscribe, like, and comment and tell me what you guys think, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bad Teddy Bear out.